Hello everybody. So I decided to do a follow-up video to uh, 10 albums that I think are perfect. So I picked another 10 perfect albums from my collection. So once again, no particular order, just, random order. So the first one I'm going to show here is, of course, Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band by the Beatles. And to me, this is a perfect album. You got the title track, with a little help from my friends, Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds, Getting Better, Fixing a Hole, She's Leaving Home, Being for the Benefit of Mr. Kite, Within You Without You, which a lot of Beatles fans hate, but I love it. When I'm 64, Lovely Rita, Good Morning, Good Morning, the reprise of Sgt. Pepper's, and A Day in the Life. It's perfect. And next is Between the Buttons by the Rolling Stones. I feel this is one of their underrated albums, and I think this is perfect. You've got Yesterday's Papers, My Obsession, Backstreet Girl, Connection, She Smiled Sweetly, Cool, Calm and Collected, All Sold Out, Please Go Home, Who's Been Sleeping Here, Complicated, Miss Amanda Jones, and Something Happened to Me Yesterday. All fantastic tracks. Of course, the American version has Let's Spend the Night Together and Ruby Tuesday, which, are not on this version. This is the UK edition. But the American edition didn't have Backstreet Girl and Please Go Home, but it would have been good if they could release a version that has all four of those tracks on it. It's 12 songs on here. They could release a 14-track version. That would be excellent. But it's a perfect album. Next is A Kind of Magic by Queen. And this was the album that got me into Queen. This is how I became a Queen fan. I personally think this album is perfect. One Vision, A Kind of Magic, 1 Year of Love, Pain is So Close to Pleasure, Friends Will Be Friends, Who Wants to Live Forever, Give Me the Prize, Don't Lose Your Head, and Princes of the Universe. All these tracks are amazing. Next, this is more of a modern album. Something that came out only a few years ago. That's Black Star by David Bowie. This was sadly David Bowie's last album before he passed away. But I think this was the best thing he'd done in decades. You got the title track, 'Tis a Pity She Was a Whore, Lazarus, Sue, or In a Season of Crime, Girl Loves Me, Dollar Days, and I Can't Give Everything Away. Only 7 tracks on here, but they're all amazing. So yeah, it's a fantastic album. Next is Machine Head by Deep Purple. And of course, this is the anniversary edition, so it's got the slipcase, but that's what the cover looks like. And yeah, I think this is their second best album. I mean, my favourite album by them is In Rock, which I did include in the previous video, because that's also perfect. But this is perfect as well. It's got Highway Star, Maybe I'm a Leo, Pictures of Home, Never Before, Smoke on the Water, Lazy, and Space Truckin'. So, all just fabulous songs. Next is the self-titled debut album by The Kinks. The Kinks have loads of great albums, but this one I think is perfect. You got Beautiful Delilah, So Mystifying, Just Can't Go to Sleep, Long Tall Shorty, I Took My Baby Home, I'm a Lover Not a Fighter, You Really Got Me, Cadillac, Bald-Headed Woman, Revenge, Too Much Monkey Business, I've Been Driving on Bald Mountain, Stop Your Sobbing, and Got Love If You Want It. I mean, yeah, there's a few covers on here, but I personally think the album is perfect. It's top to bottom, great songs. And next is Wish You Were Here by Pink Floyd. You know, I could have chosen Dark Side of the Moon, or I mean, my favourite Pink Floyd album is Piper at the Gates of Dawn, but I don't actually have that in my CD collection just yet, and I personally don't think that album is perfect. While it is my favourite, it's not perfect because, you know, there's a couple of instrumental tracks on there, which, well, you've got Interstellar Overdrive, which is one of the instrumentals, which I do like it, but it goes on a bit too long for my liking. And then there's another instrumental on there, which I just don't really care for. But this is perfect. You know, you've got Shine on Your Crazy Diamonds, parts 1 through 5, Welcome to the Machine, Have a Cigar, Wish You Were Here, and then Shine on You Crazy Diamond, parts 6 through 9. So, yeah, perfect album. Good cover as well. Next is Led Zeppelin 2. You know, Led Zeppelin do have some perfect albums, but this is the one I chose. I think this is my favourite Led Zeppelin album. So, you know, the only issue I have with this CD is it doesn't have the track listing on the back. And the case is actually kind of taller. It's quite tall, so it doesn't actually fit on my CD rack or on my CD shelf. So I'm having to put them on top. So, but yeah, it's got the track listing in the gatefold. So you've got A Whole Lot of Love, What Is and What Should Never Be, The Lemon Song, Thank You, Heartbreaker, Living Loving Maid, Ramble On, Moby Dick, and Bring It On Home. Perfect. And only two more. Next I have Disraeli Gears by Cream. Yeah, fantastic. Strange Brew, Sunshine of Your Love, World of Pain, Dance the Night Away, Blue Condition, Tales of Brave Ulysses, She Walks Like a Bearded Rainbow, We're Going Wrong, Outside Woman Blues, Take It Back, and Mother's Lament. I love all these tracks. Even Mother's Lament, which it's a silly song, but you know, it's just a quirky song, but I love it. I don't think it makes the album imperfect at all. And then last is Are You Experienced by the Jimi Hendrix Experience. Fabulous debut album. So yeah, we've got Foxy Lady, Manic Depression, Red House, Can You See Me, Love or Confusion, I Don't Live Today, May This Be Love, Fire, Third Stone from the Sun, Remember, and Are You Experienced? So yeah, this is the UK edition. The American edition included Hey Joe, Purple Haze, and Wind Cries Mary. But it got rid of, it didn't have Red House, Can You See Me, or Remember. This CD is good though, because it does include the bonus tracks. It does include Hey Joe, Purple Haze, Wind Cries Mary, along with the B-sides. So you've got Stone Free, 51st Anniversary, and Highway Child. So yeah, this CD is really good. But yeah, perfect album. So that's another 10 albums which I think are perfect. Give me your thoughts in the comments, and I will see you soon.